Lately, I've been thinking a lot about forgiveness and about the inability to forgive, which causes such great suffering over many years. Forgiveness can be one of the most challenging obstacles to living a life of peace for individuals and for entire societies.
Over to second.
Since I coach a neighborhood baseball team, I know forgiveness is also a big issue on the field. I've discussed with my son Jack and all the kids on the team that it's important to learn how to forgive somebody who has hurt you, even when it's difficult or painful. We've talked about how in sports, as well in the rest of life, we all get bruised in different ways, and that it's very important to learn how to forgive and how to heal oneself. I've become deeply moved by the story of Azim Khamisa, who was an international banker until his 20-year-old son Tariq was shot in the back by a 13-year-old gang member. Azim's response to the murder had heroic and profoundly spiritual dimensions. He reached out to the grandfather of his son's killer and proposed that together they start a foundation designed to prevent kids from killing other kids. Later, I read a compelling book about the impact of war on the human soul, written by a psychiatrist named Ed Tick. Ed and his wife Kate Dahlstad have been leading groups of Vietnam vets who've never been able to forgive themselves for what they did during the Vietnam War, back to the actual places where they fought, where they killed, and where their souls became disconnected almost 40 years ago. Welcome to Global Spirits, Forgiveness and Healing.
We have 5 veterans on this journey. Terry is the highest ranking officer among them. Terry was an Army infantry captain in the Central Highlands. He was in some of the most monstrous fighting that's been reported from the Vietnam War. And as an infantry captain, he was in charge of an entire company.
We got sent into the NBA strongholds to get them into a fight, you know, so we could clobber them with the air and artillery. So we were just the bait, you know.
Mm-hmm. 3/4 of Terry's men were either killed or wounded. And Terry, as their officer, feels responsible for them all.
I lost all my lieutenants, all my platoon leaders, 4 of them, killed or wounded in 7 days in early November of '67.
Terry's been stuck in chronic grief and has not been able to accept his own human limitations, that he really did all that was humanly possible under battlefield conditions to get his men through.
The only way to stay alive was to do what you do when you're at war, is to kill.
We used to sing in the morning, you know, the Jody songs, you know, kill, kill, rape and pillage, fuck the women, burn the village, we are Rangers, one and all. We are Rangers, big and tall. Woo, baby. Yep, that's how we trained.
So for him, this trip was to let go of that trained killer persona.
Terry needs to fully engage his feelings about the past and invite his heart and his soul to come back to him at the very places where he shut them down and left them behind.
Damn. I can't believe all these bushes are here. I can wish for nothing more anymore. I've done all I could, you know. Yeah. And it's up to God now. I just can't do anymore. Can't do anymore.
Try.
Sad, not bad.
I am sad, not bad.
Sad.
I'm sad, not bad.
I just had like a little kid idea that I could bring them all back, you know?
I know.
A childish idea,
No,
you know?
it was a wonderful idea. It was a wonderful idea.
Very honorable. Very honorable.
Both of you say, more came home because of me.
More came home because of me. Damn, look at his eyes. It's so funny. He knows it and I know it too. I mean, what are we saying this shit for? You know what I mean? I mean, it's so real, you know? You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. More came home.
More came home because what was it?
Of me.
More came home because of me.
Do it again.
More came home because of me. 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 More came home because of me.
I know it. And you came home. You came home.
So I want to say goodbye to what was my identity. My identity. And these pathetic little fucking pieces of metal, plastic. Pathetic.
More came home because of you.
Oh my goodness.
I'm struck by the fact there were hundreds of thousands of soldiers who served in Vietnam, and only a handful have gone back. What has impelled these soldiers to go back?
They have tried every conventional means American society offers to find healing. Unfortunately, our mainstream health and mental health professionals believe that there is probably no healing from the wounds of war, but rather there can be readjustment. So these veterans who do go back have the courage to say, I want to heal, I'm looking for something more, I'm willing to face my own inner demons by returning to the places I fought, the people I harmed, and entering into a common humanity with those they previously harmed.
This is not necessarily conscious on their part. It's like they have an intuition about it. They seem to know that they have unfinished business back there because something very potent happened. And for many of them, this is the most potent experience of their lives.
This program is brought to you by Link TV for educational and non-commercial use only. Link TV is the only US network dedicated to global and national news, uncompromising documentaries, and diverse cultural programs. Programs that connect you to the world.